page here. Sometimes I gotta refresh it. I just like to see so I can be centered and that I'm on the screen. So give it just a second and give people a minute to jump on. Okay, there we go. I can see that I am live, which is good. So yes, if you're joining us this morning, say hello. And if you're new, let us know where you're from. And then if you're watching the replay, it's always nice to know that you're, watching the replay. So, okay. But I'd like to welcome you. So we are working with today the Gone Fishing bundle. And this is, I love this. This is one of my favorites. And you can change stuff out. It's got, I love the retirement thing because we don't have a lot of retirement stamps, but good things come to those who wait. So I'm using that in the Father's Day and stuff. So really, really cute. And then they have the embossing folder, which is a twisted rope, a 3D. And I had used this in one of my cards. So I wanted to make sure I used that. And then here's all the dies, which is really cool because, let's see here. I love this die. You could use for any card if you wanted something different, or around the corners, whatever. But this is the like if you wanted to do a tackle box, okay? And then you got the bobbler and the hooks and the little fish. This is to cut out so it looks like it's waves. Now I didn't use this one on this card, but I did on my cards for my June class, which I'm using this bundle as well. Okay. So you can find this, and I don't want to lose my stuff there. You can find this on page 78, and if you want to order the whole suite, which is the designer paper, the embossing folder, and then the bundle, there's a number right here that is, it's $72, but it's a one number shot, which is really nice. I like when they do that. So, okay. But if you got questions, just, type them in. I will look at the comments after and everything. And then the other thing that I am using, well, here's the paper. The paper is just awesome. Even if you don't want to use it for the fishing, I think it's cool. They have, these are new, the mossy metal, and then, but I don't know the names. I think it's wild wheat. And then I like this one. This is the Misty Moonlight. I mean, you could make anything with that. You could even use this with the Daisy bundle, which I think is cool. So there's that. And then we're using the new In Color twine and the new In Color dots, which I hardly have any left. So I hope I got the colors I need. I think I do. So we're using that today. So I better set that somewhere I can get to it. And then I haven't done a giveaway lately. So I'm going to, if you share, comment, send me hearts, especially the share and the comment. I'll put your name in a drawing for next week, and we'll draw. It's retired by the sea paper, but it's really awesome paper too. Okay, and then make sure in the comments that you write that you shared it. And this can be on either my YouTube or on the Facebook Live. Okay? So we will get started with card number 1. And this actually is a pretty easy card. Let's see. Let me put these aside. And I think it's adorable. You don't have to do a lot with it. So what I did with the fish is I cut it out of the designer paper. Okay? There's different kinds. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, guess what? I lost my little hook. Can't lose that. But there was a whole page of the fish. And you can, I just fussy cut it. I mean, I think there is one die that may cut out right here. It's this whole page. So you could actually cut any of these out, fussy cut them, and they're really easy to cut out. So, okay. I love when Stampin' Up does that. That's just, it makes our life easier. So, okay, so this is the Misty Moonlight. Let me find my little directions here because I took an, still learning the new colors. It'll take me the 2 years till they're going out. So, excuse me. My allergies are kind of haywire. So this is Misty Moonlight 4 1/4 by 11. And this is a layer that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I got the DSP that I cut so it fits in there. And I got another one that goes on the bottom. And I never liked the way this looks too much, even though I left it on this one. Maybe because this was embossed, but I just like to add a little like 1/4 inch strip of the design or the cardstock that I'm using. And I just think it kind of finishes it off. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. And if you like these cards, you know, if you place a $40 order by Sunday midnight and use the host code, I will send you the product to make these cards free. You will have to have the stamp sets and the other stuff, but you know, the dies to cut it out, unless you want to fussy cut some of this, but I don't think you really want to. Like the tackle box, I would cut that out for you. So, okay, so we're just going to layer this. We don't have really a lot of stamps either for guide cards, so this is kind of nice to have, you know, to work with, and especially retirement. So I'm just going to add some tape onto here, and I'm using my little silicone mat so I don't get tape all over. So how's everyone doing this morning? It's beautiful. It's a little cooler here, but it's kind of nice because the bugs aren't so bad. Oh my gosh, I was going to rake up some leaves yesterday, and the bugs were so horrible, and mosquitoes, that I just came right back in. I thought later this afternoon I'll go out there and try to get that piece off my finger. Okay, so there's that. We're just going to add it to the front. I think this card's beautiful and it's simple. Get my tape runner going here. Okay, so we just centered that. It's been a while since I cut these out, so I kind of, you know, forgot what I did because I made a bunch of classes when I went to that retreat. So this one just says happy retirement, congrats, and then I'm going to actually emboss this in white. And where I got this piece from is when you cut this out, you know, when you cut the little tackle box die, you get all these pieces. These are great because a lot of your sayings will fit in here. So this is the one I'm using right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I will emboss that. So I'm just going to stamp my inside and let that dry a minute. With all the new inks, some of them are really, really wet. So I'm trying to, when I stamp, be careful and let them dry good. So I just got the happy retirement and the congrats. They do come, they're two separate stamps, but I just took in, put them together so they, you know, are spaced out nice. I gotta clean that so in case I use it again. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this embossed. I'm just gonna set that aside and hopefully I don't lose my little inker, or not the, oh, the hook is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna just set that on top. All right. Got my little embossing stuff here. Gonna use my little embossing buddy. I'm so glad they brought this back. I gotta get that out of there though. And you know what? If you glue something, I always use cornstarch, but if you glue something or get tape where you don't want it, you can just put a little bit of this powder on it, and then you have, like, it won't stick anymore. So, which is wonderful. Okay. You guys ever go through streaks where you emboss all the time and then you don't emboss for a long time? But this set, for some reason, it seemed right to emboss. It kind of just popped it out. Okay, so I'm using my Versamark. And I got the white embossing powder. Okay. I normally have a smaller little paintbrush if I get some on there. Because you'll see on my third card, I didn't do a very good job embossing that for some reason. It's kind of messy now that I look at it. All right, I'm just going to set this aside and grab my embossing gun. And what I'm going to do, though, is pick this up with my little tweezers, because I don't want to burn my fingers. Yeah, just gonna set that there. Make sure your gun gets hot. My old gun that I had the heat to got so hot that you almost had to keep moving it. This one, I like it better because you can emboss on vellum, but I'm not used to it not getting so hot so quick. So I'm still moving it around when you really don't need to. It's just a habit. Okay, that looks wonderful, but see how that just pops? I think it's so cool, especially on the darker colors. Okay, so we can go ahead and bring the card back out here. So I didn't lose my little hook. What I did is I popped the sentiment up. I actually was going to add a little string to this, but I just thought, oh, the hook can just hang off the sentiment. I thought it was kind of cute. So, oops. All right. So I got 5 dimensionals on here, but you kind of like them to be, you know, so it keeps your thing up. Like, I know some people that only put 2 on there, and then it'll get lopsided. So I better pay attention, make sure I'm putting this on right. Okay, and then I'm going to pop up the fish. I just love this fish because it blends in with everything. So I should have maybe moved that over, but that's okay. So this one isn't quite so bad. So I'm just going to add 3 on here. Okay, and then I'm just going to add my little hook. And what's nice with this is it cuts 2 of these out when you're cutting them out. And I did this with the pebbled path. And it's funny because I want to keep saying pebbled bath. I don't know why I got that in my head, but I'm going to use my little tweezers here. And I'm just going to put that right, oops, there. Now I got glue on my fingers. I got just a little bit of that underneath. Let's see if I can get that out there. I want to be able to see the whole hook. You know, and that's all you need for this card. It's absolutely wonderful. The designer paper does all the work for you. So what do you guys think? Do you like this card? I think it's pretty simple. You can whip them out in no time, I think, once you know, do your embossing. Okay, so that's card number 1. Card number 2, let's see here. Just get organized for a minute. So now I kind of got everything all over today. I don't know what's with me, but okay. So this card, nope, got that in there. I don't need that in there. Is the base is the mossy metal. Hopefully I'm not froze on your end. At my end, I almost forgot to set up my computer today. And I thought, oh gosh, I need to at least, even if I can't see that I'm on, or you know, the comments, I can at least see that I'm on camera. So, all right, so this is your mossy metal, 5.5 by 8.5, and I just fold it in half. And then I got 2 pieces of, this is the wild wheat. And I just made one 1/8 of an inch shorter around. So I got that, and I'm just going to layer them. So this one I embossed in the twisted rope, the 3D. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. And I'm probably going to do glue with this, just to make sure it sticks good, since it's embossed. I wasn't sure I was going to like this color, but I think for the fall, it's going to be great. I mean, I even like it, of course, with this. So, all right, so we got a piece of this designer paper, and this is 2 inches by 3 3/4, okay? So we'll just add that on there. My dad and I used to go fishing all the time. I remember when he took all 5 of us fishing, which was crazy because we were so close in age. So he got 5 young kids, and we were catching so many fish, little perch. They were little. Some, you know, got lucky once in a while and got a bigger one. But my dad he'd put the worms on for us and take the fish off. And of course, many, you know, they were too small. We didn't keep them, but it's kind of funny. It's like, oh shoot, I forgot. I'm talking now. I forgot to add my little twine behind there. I guess this one I did too, but I wanted to add my twine behind, but that's okay. It'll work out. I did it on this one. If I can lift it up, I'll add it. So what I did with this twine, I better quit talking about the fishing stories, right? But what I did with this is, because this is so thick, I took in, I just unraveled it. I didn't like it that thick. It's okay on some things, but I think for like a fishing line, I don't like it that thick. And it unravels pretty good. So, and then I took and tied it onto the bobber. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I may just take and, you know, just attach it with a glue dot or something. But what I'm going to do here is just kind of show you, this bobbler is so easy to stamp that I think you could almost cut a bunch out and just stamp them. But if you don't want to do that, then you just take and stamp them and then die cut them, which I like to do mostly. So, but I just took 2 of these. Now I did this in the Memento Black, the outline, and then the little inside I did with the mossy metal. Most of the time they're red, which in my next card they are, but it just fits perfect on there. Pretty easy to do, to line up. Isn't that cute? I just think it's so cute. Even if I'm using a different color. Doesn't matter. Matches the card. So, okay, and then on the inside, let's see what I did. I wrote, it says Happy Father's Day, and then I did So Glad You're My Dad. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right away while I got the ink out. Did anybody get this set yet? I know we couldn't do it on our pre-order, so I was like, that's one of the sets that I definitely ordered when we could, you know, order from the catalog. So, all right, got that. Let's see. So this then, you would take your little dies, which are, I mean, these dies cut out so nice. You just take in, you know, do that. So this is what I was talking about when you cut this out, is where you get those other pieces. Like this, I took in, I already embossed one, but that was from the the Stitch Shapes, I think. So, all right, so we got that. So let's go ahead and, I keep putting everything all over, but I won't be able to find it. Along with my sentiment here. Well, or not sentiment, but the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and add that so I don't misplace it. Sometimes it's nice to do cards that have like a lot of detail, but it's also nice just to have simple cards too. So, all right, so this I just used the Happy Father's Day, which is, let's see, somewhere here, right here. And I just took in, embossed it in the white. I mean, I could do that again if you wanted me to, but see those holes, I took my piercing tool and I took and poked that through, but and that was kind of tedious to still get it through. So I think what I'm going to do is just put a dot there, glue dot, and then put a dot there. So, hi guys, thanks for joining me this morning. Hope you're enjoying the cards. So I'm going to do a little glue dot there, and I kind of rolled it up, because this is thinner. And even if it's not perfect, there's always, you never cut line perfect, so. What's really cool about our place up north is, for the most of the summer, you can actually fish off our dock and, you know, catch fish. It's like, it's kind of nice. Don't even have to leave. We do go out in a boat once in a while. I don't really fish anymore. I don't have patience, but Todd likes to, so. Okay, so I got them kind of started. And what I'm going to do is put a dimensional on both of them. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to add that after. So here I'm probably just going to add 2 because it's not real big. Okay. So let's get the backs off. I'm going to put one kind of on an angle. And then the other one you kind of want, so it's going to go behind the other. So here I'll be okay because we're going to put the Happy Father's Day on there, so that will be fine. I think it will probably get stuck here. Let's see. just like that, okay? And then this one, let's trim this off. Yeah, I should have actually tucked that behind, and I could have just added it like with a glue piece of tape. That's what I planned on doing, but I forgot. So, but we're just going to take a little glue dot and roll it up again. And just kind of put it on the edge here. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. If it kind of is sticky, just push it underneath. Okay, so there's that. Now I added embellishments. So this is where I'm going to add the little embellishments on here. I just love these. I have, like I said, used so many of them. Okay. Now the blue one I didn't think needed any embellishments because of the paper. The paper's so pretty that you don't really need it. I actually like how this one turned out better. And it looks more natural, I guess. So, do you guys like this card? I hope so. Okay. So yeah, if you weren't here in the beginning, I don't know if I will be giving away one of these packs of the By the Bay, the 6x6 paper. If I draw your name for sharing, and I always like hearts, and the comments are awesome. So I'll put your name in the drawing. But if you share, please post that you share. Awesome with the mossy metal. I love this too. So lots of great designs in there. Makes your life easier to create guide cards. All right, so we're just going to add that. And I think what I cut is, I probably cut the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to cut this out, okay? So it makes it a little easier. I'm just gonna set this aside. So when you cut this out, this is like the top of your tackle box. These are your 5 pieces that you get, okay? So that's what I was talking about, that these will fit back in here, of course, or you can use them for your sentiments. So now what I did with this is I went ahead and I do have our strips of the pop-up, the dimensional, the foam strips, but I know what I did with them. So all I did was cut the edges, especially like on the small ones or small dimensionals. They have like a wider edge, so I just took and cut that. And then if you don't like the way this looks, like I don't know if the blends would work better than the marker, but I did kind of mark some of that. I don't really think that's necessary, but I just popped this all up so it gives it more of a realistic look. So I'm just going to pull these off, and I didn't think you really wanted me to, or to watch me cut all that, but so if you have those foam strips, oh geez, it's sticking to me. I think they work well for this. I don't think they're too wide. That's the only thing you want to make sure is they're not too wide. Or if you could just even cut them in half. But I believe that they probably fit. So, but use what you got. Make it easy. Oh, my dog's dreaming. Oh gosh, the only problem is that everything's sticky. Gotta hold this in one spot. So you kind of want to pop everything up though, so it, you know, like everything stays even. All right. So, and this would be the back, like where the hinges are, and then this is the front, the opening. So, oh, I missed the paper. I was gonna say everything else is sticking to me, so you just kind of want to get that centered, and hopefully I'm in the camera. Gotta see, that's not too bad. Could have been over maybe a hair, but Nobody else is going to know but us, so. Okay. So here comes the fun part. What I did is you want to kind of get these in play of what you're doing. That one I'm going to use for the sentiment. That one goes in there, okay? And then these are, let's see, I think there's two the same. And you got this one and this one. And the reason I'm kind of doing that is I just want to see, I stamped like the little water so it didn't look like, either shade this or stamp, you know, it looks like little waves kind of, but it just marks to make it look like there's something in there. Otherwise it's kind of plain. All right, let me get my little board here. And I guess what I was doing is seeing which way they all go. I got a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff and no room. Okay, just gonna move that there, this here. Okay, so that goes like that. These are, that's that piece and then this. Okay. So I just did this in the pebble path. Okay, so just see how it kind of gives a little background. It's tone on tone. There. And you could do, if you want, you know, like a little bit off too. I don't really want to stamp on my pad. Hang on a minute. I just kind of stamped off, but I don't even think that matters so much. Okay. So while we have that out, and I probably got to stamp the inside, but I'm going to grab my Memento ink. I'm going to just set these aside. So what I did with this, same thing. So we got the little, two more bobblers I did. I don't like how that one turned out, so I'm going to do another one. And then, I feel like you can't see these, I don't know. So these are upside down, but that's okay. And then, these are really easy to fill in. So let me just move what I use so I don't get it all over. All right, I think I got all that. So I wanted to kind of show you the colors. So this bobbler I did in the red. Okay, so that looks more like the real ones. And then I did the Tahitian Tide for the other little lures, these little ones, which hopefully don't get my head in the camera. If you don't get them perfect, I mean, they're pretty easy to get, but if you don't, it's fine. You can almost actually just stamp again if you need to. Oops. Getting that out of the way. And then I did Lemon Lolly Twist for the other one. And I got to turn this way. And then there's all dies to cut these out. Isn't that cool? Now they have the other fish that I didn't use, and I think, like, you know, if you don't want to be stamping too much, you actually could stamp it on this paper, the pebbled bath paper, and it would turn out really cool. So, all right, let me see what I did for the inside on here. Okay, yep, happy retirement. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right away. So, yep, there's all dies to cut that out. And get my white here. Yeah, I absolutely love this bundle too. So now if you wanted to stamp a little bobbler in here, that would be cute too. All right, so we can start to put this together. All right, I'm just going to do the inside here. Don't you guys love how that turned out? I mean, I think it looks nice with the inside cut like that too. A little more elegant or something. So there you go. And let's see. We can go ahead and add these pieces, but I do have to stamp that. I did not do that ahead of time. So I'm just going to take and actually probably glue these so with the Tombow glue, because it'll be my luck I won't get it in the right spot. Oh, that doesn't look right. Let's see. Don't tell me I stamped that wrong. I thought that one goes in here. Hang on a minute. Yeah. All right, it's going to say, gosh, I stamped that the wrong way. There. See how that glue gives you that little wiggle room to kind of get that in there correctly? Now this card is a little more tedious, but I think it's well worth it. Okay, so we got that, and we will go ahead and emboss this. I wanted to show you how bad of an embossing job I did. I didn't even notice that all those little dots were still on there. I thought, oh gosh, that's not good. So we will go ahead and do another one. Let's see, find my Versa mark here, and my little embossing buddy. Does anybody have any questions about embossing? Because, you know, if you do, please ask, because the first time I did a horrible job, so I didn't heat it long enough. So everything fell off. So you have to see it change and get shiny. Okay, so then I'm going to put there. Get my powder back over here. Oops. Let's see if I can do this better. Flick some of that off. I think it should be better. Okay. Get my little tweezers. My like I said, my class for next month to go, you can get it to go, or if you're local, I do it in person as well. But I'll show you those cards too. And you know, you can make these cards, like I said, simple. The very first two cards I did are pretty simple. You know, so you can do both with this set, which is really nice. Okay. I'll put that back there. And I had all my inks out, and I forgot to stamp these two little, I stamped them, but I didn't stamp these. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp them real quick with the red. I guess I could have cut them out too, but when I use the Big Shot on my table, it shakes it too much, so. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. See how easy that is? That's why I said I think you could kind of cut these out and stamp them no problem. So, alrighty, so we're done stamping, and we can go ahead and put this up. I was kind of wondering if I pop that up, if that would look good. I almost think I'm going to try popping this one up today. The other one I just put down, so let's see. Get this here. All right. So we will pop this up. I think it would look fine either way. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so the fish. I popped a couple of these up in here, the little lures. And we will glue one down. I might kind of, well, they never lay in the tackle box that nice, do they? So, and then I will pop these two up. I just kind of wanted that. You know, I don't really want to cover that up, but I guess that's fine. I was going to lay one the other way, but then it kind of looks upside down, but I guess that wouldn't matter. I'm glad you guys joined me today. I just couldn't wait to do something with this. So this one I kind of tucked behind there, but you know what I'm going to do is just roll up some of the twine. So it looks like, you know how you roll it up and then you tie a little, like I almost need to tuck it under, I guess. Tie it so you're storing it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I was kind of almost wondering if I did it there. I almost think I needed to do it in a couple spots. So let's see. Get my glue dot. I'm going to do one here. And I got a small little piece here that I'm going to do with the bobblers. Because you always have extra fishing line. And it don't have to be perfect because, let me tell you, tackle boxes are, yes, tackle boxes are always a mess, Carol. That's exactly what I was just going to say. At least ours were, no matter what. So, but, so those are the cards. I think I like that, you know, like just to add a little something to it. So don't forget, I'll do the drawing next week, for the paper. And then if you like this, and you want these 3 cards, you know, you got to have, like I can cut out the tackle box thing, but you will have to have the, stamps for that, and I mean you can even cut out little fish, whatever. But for a $40 order, you can get this class free, and I'll ship it to you, okay? But this is my class. I didn't send out details yet. I will by the end of the week probably, or for sure June 1st. But these are the cards I'm making for that. So something a little bit different. You can also do this. And then I did another one like that. And then this one I thought was pretty cool. So, and I used that paper I was telling you about. So, for my class to go, you would make 8, you know, 2 each of these 4 designs. You get your DSP, a full pack, and then you would get, I'm going to do probably, I don't know if it'll be a yard or something of the twines, because I'm not using, I think I only got I don't have any embellishments on these, I think. So I went with the twine instead of the embellishments. So you will get plenty of product for your money, okay? So that is my Chick Card Club, but I think what I'm going to do too is I do offer it as a reoccurring subscription, but I think I'm going to start offering it as if you just want it for a one-time deal to go. You don't have to do the subscription. You can just order it and, you know, pay that price, and then you're not locked in, and you're not locked into the, excuse me, subscription anyways, because you can cancel any time. But when I do my card club and you do 6 months, you know, in a row, 6 months, you don't miss a month, then you get a $25 product, or, you know, product credit. So you can order whatever you want for that for $25, and I'll ship it usually like with your following class, or if you don't do the following class, I just ship it to you. Okay? But that is all for today, and thank you guys for joining me. I guess I'll see you guys next week. I am going to try to do another video with one of these cards. I don't know if it'll be today, but this week sometime. Okay? But we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.